Greetings, Internet people. Ranting Ramsey here. How are y'all doing today? Today, I'm talking about something that if you look at the comments of the article that I'm going to link, you can see that there's a definite split in how people feel about this. And what I'm talking about is there is a Senator Charles Schumer, has proposed a piece of legislation that will require call centers and any business who transfers your call to an outsourced call center, meaning if they transfer your call to another country to have your tech support issue or whatever type of call center it is, if they transfer you to another country with your call, that they will be required to notify you that we are now transferring your call to India or whatever. And this is a proposed piece of legislation that, if you look at the comments thread, like I said, there's very mixed reviews. You get people that are pissing and moaning that there's, because they want to also impose a 25-cent tax on any call that is transferred and that is a tax imposed upon the business. Now you got a bunch of people who think they're economists in this thread who are swearing and declaring that cost will be passed down to the customer and blah, 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 blah. It's just Democrats wanting to tax things again, blah, and they're getting all pissed off about it. And then you have the other people who just are happy that for the first time in a long time, looks like there may be a possibility of being notified of when you're going to run into, hello, thank you for please calling Dell Tech Support, how may I be helping you today? And that is an experience that anyone who owns one of these little things here has had at one point in time, more than likely, unless you're just one of those lucky people who's extremely tech savvy and can solve any problem that your computer comes up with. We have all, at one point in time, had to be dealing with hello, okay, the first thing I need you to be doing, please, for me, is to be making sure that the computer is to be plugged in. Yes, okay, because very many times this is the very big problem that if the computer is not plugged in, then you cannot be turning it on. And then, okay, now, so the computer is plugged in, yes? Okay, good. I need you to please to be making sure that the keyboard and all of the things like that, like the monitor, are pleased to be plugged in to the computer, because if they are not, then, you know, and that just fucking drives me insane, because once I got lucky and I called tech support and I wound up with an American that spoke English, and all that stupid bullshit in the script got skipped right over, because I picked up the phone and he said, hey man, welcome there, thanks for calling Dell Tech Support, how may I help you today? I go, hey, here's my problem, all my shit's plugged in, all this blah 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 is done, this is what my computer is doing, what's going on? And lo and behold, we skipped past all of that stupid please make sure it's plugged in bullshit, because we had a common language and he could understand me and the tone in my voice and all this stuff when I said, look, I know these are not the problem, so you don't need to go through this part of the script. And he, as an American, being able to understand where another American was coming from, said, you know what, you're right, this is stupid, let's move on. But no, you don't get that when you get the foreign tech support, because all you get is just please to be making sure that things are plugged in, yes. And then when you actually get to the meat of the problem going, okay, here's my problem, this program is acting like this, and it shouldn't be. And here, and they set you through things like, well, okay, now please to be highlighting this and click on that, and now what should happen is that this box should open and this program should now be doing this. And you say, well, that didn't happen. Well, it should have happened. You must have done something wrong. No, I didn't do anything wrong. I did exactly what your Habib ass told me to fucking do, and nothing happened. Well, you must have done something wrong then. You know what? Fuck yourself, okay? And the rare occasions on the companies that I still deal with that have American tech support, I do not have these fucking problems. It never fucking happens that way. The guy usually will listen to what I'm trying to say, but these outsourced call center job things never listen to a word that you're trying to tell them about the problem. So anyway, that's my beef. That's one of my beefs with the whole outsourced call center thing. So the thing with this piece of legislation is that Charles Schumer seems to think that because of this tax and because of this notification, it'll cause American businesses to bring their jobs back to American soil and start playing Americans again. Unfortunately, I'm really not sure that I see that happening in this scenario, because I just, as some of the people in the comment section of the article have stated, that there is probably a decent chance that the cost will be passed on to the consumer through the business. And as silly and alarmist as some of those people on the thread is, I kind of have to see that they have a fairly possibly valid point, because I could just see that the cost going up for the tech support calls or whatever. But on the other side of the same coin, it'll be nice to be able to know, well, your call is now being transferred to India. Well, go fuck yourself. Click. That's going to be my take on it if this thing goes through. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think, because I hate foreign tech support. Not because they're foreign, but because there's a language barrier. There's an obvious problem with communication when I'm trying to describe a problem, and the person at the other end is more worried about following the script because they can barely understand what I'm saying. So they're trying to get through the script and get me off the phone, whether they help me or not, because they don't speak my language as their primary language. I know that in the few brief times in my life when I've worked at call centers and someone who didn't seem to speak English as their primary language called in, I really at that point stopped caring about helping them and just wanted to get them off the damn phone to make my life easier. And I don't see myself as being that outlandishly different of a person in that regard. I can see every single person in a tech support call center feeling the exact same way. This person doesn't speak my language. It's difficult to communicate with them. I just want to get them off the phone as quickly as possible. So, let me know what you think. I'm interested to see what you people think about this proposed tech support, or this proposed call center identification law, basically saying that if they're going to transfer you out of country, that they have to actually notify you of it. So, I think it's a good thing. I actually will be in favor of this so that I can hang up on foreign tech support before I have to actually talk to them. So, Ranting Ramsey, that's my rant. Let me know what you think.
Hey, did you get all that, man?